What is up, world of YouTube? How you doing? Today we're going to talk about the only 3 plugins you're going to need to create some essential metal and rock. 3 plugins that are not going to break the bank. That'll probably cost you somewhere around 350 bucks. So if you want to hear what $350 worth of plugin sounds
like,
check this out. So let's go over to guitars first, right? Now, that's what makes a metal song metal, right? Is those chunky distortion guitars. So, what do you need to get chunky distorted guitars in your mix? Well, let's see. Pretty simple. I mean, Neural DSP has been ahead of the game when it comes to amp sims, plugin format, and they've absolutely been the best. So, what I recommend is go into their plugin section. The good thing about Neural DSP is that you can do a 2-week trial of any of their plugins. And what's cool is they're all geared towards, heavy amp style tones. Now, there are some plugins that are better than the rest in my opinion. Some of these archetypes especially are more of a complete package unit, which is something that you're going to want to get, especially if you want to stick to one plugin. So what I urge you guys to do is just go ahead and get the 2-week trial of each one and try them out. You got nothing to lose. You can even bounce your audio with the 2-week trial. You can listen to your songs back and forth, and you can mix and compare too if you want to have all of them at the same time. But my personal preference, let's go over the top 3 plugins that cover all bases in terms of clean, crunch, and high gain metal tones for lead and rhythm. So first up, I would definitely recommend the Archetype Gojira. Now, this plugin is super versatile, or versatile, however way you want to say it. It's got an amazing clean channel. I don't know what the clean channel is modeled after. However, the rhythm channel is modeled after some kind of a Mesa Boogie rectifier. I'm not exactly sure which one. Maybe it's a dual or a triple rectifier. However, the amp 3 of this plugin here is modeled after the 5153 Stealth, which is like a golden standard in all heavy metal tones these days. Hence why it has the Gojira stamp on there, because they use those amps and we all know how great their records sound. So this is definitely a top contender. Another top contender I would definitely recommend is the Archetype Nolly over here. And the reason why is you get 4 legendary amplifiers that cover a good range from clean to heavy. So forgive me, I'm not going to know exactly what the amps models are, which is what they're modeled after. I think the clean channel of this amp is the Bogner Shiva. The amp number 2 is modeled after a Marshall JCM 800. You know, kind of like Slayer amps or old school Metallica amps. Amp 3 is modeled after a old PV 5150 blockhead style amp, which is another legendary high gain metal amp. And Amp 4 is modeled after the Victory Kraken. So this is definitely a good versatile package to get. And then the third archetype package that I would definitely recommend that's going to be an all-in-one type of deal is the archetype Pliny over here. Now, in my opinion, Pliny has some of the best cleans you're ever going to get, but even the high gain rhythm tones and even the lead tones are exceptional in my opinion. You're not going to have a problem getting some good tones with this baby. Now, this is the one plugin that I have absolutely no idea what they're modeled after. They are modeled after Pliny's real amps that he uses in the studio and on tour, but honestly I have no idea what they are, but they sound amazingly beautiful. The clean, especially the clean with the built-in reverb and delay on this baby, is insane, and amazing rhythm tones and high gain lead tones too, so you can't go wrong. Now, if I were to pick one of these plugins, the end all be all, which I recommend, definitely go with their Archetype Gojira. This is by far the best plugin I think they've ever come out with when it comes to clean and heavy tones. The reverb and delay is exceptional on it. It's got pitch shifting effects. It's got like a whammy bar in there. You got an octave pedal over here, phaser, chorus, overdrive, and then a dirt distortion pedal. Like I said, 3 amazing amps. The standard 10-band EQ. I'm sorry, 9-band EQ. Great cabs. I'm not exactly sure what the cabs are that are modeled after, but they sound really good. They pair really good with the amps. And then yeah, the really good delay and reverb over here. In my opinion, this is the best one. The song you heard earlier does feature the Archetype Gojira plugin. So yeah, if you guys want to hear what the Archetype Gojira sounds like, I'll kind of go over the guitar tones over here for the song you just heard. So let's check it out. So yeah, we're going to go over the processing of each track and what I did in Ableton using only stock plugins. But we're going to do that in another video. So make sure to like, subscribe, follow, turn on the bell notifications, do whatever you got to do, because I'm going to break it down how I got the track to sound so heavy. Now keep in mind, I'm kind of a stickler when it comes to buying plugins. I'm usually looking for the best deal or whatever kind of discount promo code I can get my hands on. And luckily, Neural DSP occasionally will have like a 50% off for all their plugins type deal, usually on holidays or special occasions. So I managed to grab the Gojira for 50% off the last sale they did. So I managed to snag it for $80 flat, $80.09. So this amazing plugin, I got it for 80 bucks, guys. So you cheapskates have no excuse to get this plugin. Yeah, I even get it at full price. There's no reason not to get this plugin because it sounds so damn good. Now, for my drums, I used the Get Good Drums Invasion. The reason why I wanted to get the Invasion pack, not solely because it was geared more towards metal tones, is because I looked at the breakdown of the shells and it looked like something that I would be interested in because I have some personal experience with some of these kits. You know, 22x16 Pearl Masters Birch. This was a bass drum kit that my drummer used to use right here, the Thomas Star Classic Bubinga with a 22-inch by 18. You know, I have some personal experience with that, and it sounded really good in the studio and live. So there's a reason why I wanted this drum pack, is because looking over every snare, tom, kick, cymbals, it just sounded like something that was going to be good. And I know GGD has a reputation of beautifully capturing all these one shots with high quality mics and studio rooms. All right, and here's what the GGD Invasion kit sounds like by itself. And keep in mind, I had it all routed to individual tracks with some processing, so we're gonna go over this in the next video. But let's see what it sounds like by itself. Here you can have a look at my velocities. I didn't mess with it too much. Just kind of blended everything all at once, just until it sounded good and cohesive enough for this track. But if you're really good with your velocities, you can make it sound really real. Also, I did add a swing groove to this track, so it sounded more real. Take a look at that over here. And so how much did the Invasion cost me? So I managed to find a deal for the Invasion pack, and I ended up getting it for $79 out the door. $79 for these amazing kits, beautifully sampled with all these symbols. Why the hell not? Alright, moving on to the final piece of what you need to start creating some metal tracks on your own is the bass. Now, when it comes to the bass guitar, there's two routes you can go about it. And first, we'll go over the more typical route of what people do, and that's actually grabbing a bass guitar and recording it in here. Well, luckily, Neural DSP has you covered. So Neural DSP actually came out with a couple of bass plugins where you could just record the bass direct into your DI and have amazing, punchy, fat bass metal tones just right from the get-go as soon as you open the plugin. And those two plugins are the Parallax over here, which goes for 99 pounds, or the Dark Glass Ultra, which also goes for 99 pounds. Now, I haven't had any personal experience with these two plugins, but again, these come with the 2-week trial, so go ahead and give it a shot and see how you like it if you want to record real bass. Now, let me show you guys how I go about doing bass guitars, because I'm lazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm super lazy. So, all the bass tones you heard on my track are actually all MIDI based. It's a MIDI sampler, and the ones I used was the Jin Bass by Submission Audio. And right out of the box, this actually goes for $89. I ended up paying, I think, what did I pay for it here? With a discount and promo code, $71.20. Not a bad deal. But basically what you're getting with this is, it's a bass sampler, and they use one of the most iconic bass guitars to sample it with, which was a Dingwall. And Dingwall basses are known to have one of the best bass tones out there in the market right now. So what the beautiful people at Submission Audio did was go ahead and sample a 5-string Dingwall bass. I don't know the model number, but something high quality, of course. And they managed to capture, every little nuance of every little pick attack of the bass guitar. And you could just write to it using MIDI. And what's cool is, you have a raw DI that you can use here. It has a driven tone as well as a high gain distortion tone, which is what I used for the track that you just heard. Alright, if you guys want to hear what that sounds like, let's take a look right over here. Alright, cool. Using whatever DAW you want, DAW in this case, Digital Audio Workstation, in case you didn't know that, which you should by now. Everything I use to mix and master with, all the plugins are literally in Ableton as a stock plugin. So it's crazy. You really don't need much. I mean, this is way cheaper than having a band. You don't have to pay a stupid drummer. You don't have to pay a stupid bass player. It's all you, man. Anyway, guys, I hope this really helped you out. Only 3 plugins you need. Anything from Neural DSP for the guitars, either Neural DSP for your bass, or Jin Bass by Submission Audio, as well as GGD drums. Any of the packs are fine, whichever one suits your flavor. And you're on your way to making some good ass metal, dude. It's really that simple. There's really no excuse. Just work an extra job or two for about a week or so, and I don't know, buy them. Anyways, guys, please leave me a comment below if you think these 3 plugins are the absolute way to go about making some metal music in this day and age with your computer and audio interface and guitar. As always, please like and subscribe. It's gonna help me out tremendously in my life. No, I don't want to work my day job anymore. Yes, I want to do this as a living, and the only way we're going to get there together is if you like and subscribe. So you're going to want to turn the bell notifications on, because we are going to go over this mix, which was purely done in Ableton. That's right, no third-party plugins, all stock, mastering and mixing. So you're going to want to follow and you're going to want to check it out so you can learn exactly how I did it, and I will take you through my process to make it sound as big as it did.